Hi guys, welcome back to my channel Auntie DTV and welcome and happy to have you on, and I love for you to go through the video, look at the video and comment and share the video guys. Share like you've never shared before, because there are persons who may not be able to see it if you don't share it, right? And I'm thankful for those who have been sharing. I'm also thankful to those who have been subscribing, and I am indeed happy guys. No, I want to share something with you guys. You know, I always like to share. Auntie D doesn't keep things to herself. I've seen in the media where this popular lady was um, on on the media, and even she was off, she was being talked about, and she's back on, and she's still being talked about. So there must have been some importance or recognitions. Now I'm speaking of no other than Alice, the crab vendor from Crab Circle. No, after listening to so many things and comments from persons, I decided to add my little bit towards the case. No, I am still in sympathy in spite of what had happened. We all deserve a second chance. And she may be there, more than likely, probably had inherited some debts, because having not been able to go out to do, persons are there who she may have taken things from to be paid. And we all have our bills to pay. So I'm really in sympathy. But I do hope that as she would have learned what was put out, if it was really so, based on what was put out, I have to say that, is that I hope she would have learned her lesson. And not just she too, other persons out there who may have been doing the same thing, or even worse, but have not yet been caught, and some who would have taken a little precaution now as to not to continue in doing those things. So Alice now, who was the one in front, who they claim had, was involved with all that sort of things there in her stall, whether or not it was something that she couldn't have avoided and it came down that she had to run or whatever, the facilities were not there then. So we can understand as a woman that when nature calls, you have to, but it was sad that it was all being done right on the location, on the spot where, food was being handled, and not just with she, but with other persons around. So anything could have happened there. So I'm not trying to cover up. I'm just trying to say that we have to be considerate about others and look at the situation, and hoping that she would have learned that what she was doing was not right. And whatever had caused her to do it, she would not look back in that direction as long as she lived, because she see wherein she has been home for quite a few months. It's almost a year or so she has been home, right? And she could look at the loss of income that had happened during that time that she was away. So you see, it pays to do things the right way and be honest and be clean, and do it so that others can see that, well, I'm only able to sell $2 for the day, but I'm happy and go home happy, than trying to make a lot and then your reputation goes down. Because I somehow think it's going to take a while, and I don't think she's going to let it happen to her again. But I think the damage control is that she will have to help fix it, in that she will have to try whatever it is. Knowing that the facilities are there now, she will have to try her best to maintain work alongside the others. And the others who are there too can help her to have that confidence, because what had happened before, customers are going to be wary, not so comfortable, but they're going to observe the surroundings more. And if they're able to see that what they're seeing is truly what is there, nothing that would cause anybody to get sick or turn away their head, I know some persons are going to maintain to the fact that they will not go back, because maybe they were eating there and they had trusted her, they were not thinking about what had happened. But I know over time, persons will overlook and will pay more keen attention to the surroundings because everybody needs to survive. It was wrong of her to have done what she did, what they say she had done, and it was all over the place and very embarrassing. And I can imagine if I know she was embarrassed, I believe she was embarrassed, and it didn't take a simple person to come out again and sell. It has to be that there's no other way out for her, and she needs to survive. That's the only income. And for her to still come and try to go back to deal with in the same location to deal with the same people who will be coming and going, and maybe looking at some of those same customers who may be going to other sellers, no other vendors instead of coming to her. But over time, the confidence will be regained, but it doesn't come so easily because the memory is there. The memory is there because it was all over. And it was sad that it had to be all over the place like that. But sometimes something do happen to us in life where we have to sit back and take a second look and assess ourselves and see where am I going? What am I doing? Ask ourselves some deep questions. And then when we realize how much we have hurt our own self, because she would have hurt her image, her own self. So she has to try and fix it back her own self. And she will have to convince others now that she will never do it again. And they are going to gradually see and try and watch, observe, and trust. And they are going to even, persons are going to even look at everybody out there now in a different light to say they are going to be more skeptic to look, observe to see if the thing is being done, if it, the cleanliness is there. And I don't think anybody would want to go and do anything like that again. And if Alice go and do that again, boy, I don't know what would have happened to her. So here I am now, thinking that they say it happened, and over time she would have lost income. Because when I look and see her stores that she usually have, with so much big crabs, and the personality that she has in selling the things, when if she doesn't get a chance to go back and sell or sell somewhere, I see it affecting her. I could see that it would affect her. And to be in a situation where maybe she has children, grandchildren, she has mortgage or bills to pay, I know that she is going to get confused in her brain. And it's better to come and seek forgiveness than to still stay in the corner weeping. Because she's still going to weep, She's going to weep because it's going to affect her. And she knows it's going to take time. And even the public will help to encourage her not to let it happen again. And I know she's going to say she's sorry. So deep down, if she did not feel it, she couldn't put back herself out there along with whomever she would have spoken to. But she must have gone and begged. I think she would have begged somebody, whoever is in authority, to assist her. And they would probably see the need, right? Because, guys, to be out of a job, no, I would say in a careless way, and I don't think she was being careless, but whatever had happened, it's very sad. You have your bills to pay, you have food to eat, and you have to survive. And look at it. Maybe that was her only means of survival. Look at those persons who would have supplied her with the crabs or the different things that she sells, right? She had this big pot of soup, so the things that she used to make the soup, the place that she would go and buy them, right? So the income from those persons look into her. I can imagine those guys who go and get those crabs and get them cleaned up and take them to her for her to finish, clean them up and prepare them the way she can and best. The person, the corn and the different things that she sells there. When she look back, she can tell you how much money she would have lost during the time she was away. And if she's to go another 4 or 5 years, I don't think she could have survived it. So I think it's good that whomever she had spoken to and the good Lord up above hear her cries. For I know she must have cried. And the Lord touched somebody's heart to assist her. I can't say that she's nasty, Alice. I will not say that. Because many persons have done things that is not nice in the past to others. And what she has done neither was not anything nice that she had done. But let's try and have a forgiving mind, and at the same time help her to grow again. Because even the man who is out there going around unaliving persons, sometimes the persons could even talk with them and don't abandon them. Maybe they would come around and change. They probably would change. But nobody's paying them any mind. They are just out there, so they don't care. So they go around unaliving. And they continue the cycle. So I would suggest that she's there and she could never have gone there by herself. She must have been given permission and she must have been given some conditions to work with. And if all goes well and persons are able to forgive her, if it works out where she's not forgiven and she's going to be losing, then maybe she'll go back home. But I think somehow Jamaicans are not that hard. They will forgive and move on. But they're going to become so very observant. So guys, this is my thoughts about Alice at Crab Circle. And whatever you think, if you think otherwise, let's share it. And at the same time, I don't like to tear down anybody. But if the person is wrong, let them know that they are wrong. So I'll leave that for you to contemplate on, think about it, and respond. Put something in the comments. Watch the video, guys, and have a wonderful day. Subscribers and non-viewers, everybody coming together, comment on this video. This is a well talked about thing some months ago and it has come back again. So let's talk about it. I did not add anything to it the first time, but I'm looking at it now and I say I'd like to share it. So I'll catch you in my next video, guys. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.